What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers 4, and generally Phase 4 going forward. Everything Marvel related. So there's been a hell of a lot of news in the last 24 hours about what is coming from Sir Kevin Feige himself, and there's some very interesting things. So early in the week we had the leak image of the artwork for Avengers 4. Now that is official, it has been confirmed, but Marvel themselves don't tend to confirm things because it's Marvel and Disney and they pretty much rule the world. So this up and coming week we do have a pretty big event, because for Marvel there's no Comic-Con, there's no D23, because they don't have much to announce, so there's not really much coming out. But next week in Spain, in Europe, we do have an event called Cine Europe for distributors, financiers and studios, which could reveal a lot of information. So apparently this is where they could reveal the official title for Avengers 4. Then this source said that it most likely will be leaked online, and also they are expecting some footage of Captain Marvel, which, guys, is a bit far-fetched, as they are just about to finish up wrapping, obviously filming it before it goes into post-production. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't actually show some footage to investors and finance and stuff like that. So obviously stuff like that will leak onto 4chan and Reddit, but you've got to be careful for the fake stuff and the real stuff. So I think the most obvious title for Avengers 4 would actually be the New Avengers. Now why do I say the New Avengers? Because obviously we're going into Phase 4 and the New Avengers will be the most important one. We mean the Black Panther, the Doctor Strange, the kind of Spider-Man, and obviously the new characters, the Captain Marvel, who are being introduced in this movie properly, I guess you could say. But obviously her solo movie will be coming out before this. So I think the New Avengers will push the kind of MCU post Avengers 4, because I'm expecting obviously Captain America to die, Iron Man to retire and be like the Nick Fury of the MCU, in the sense that he's going to appear everywhere. I mean, after all, Tony Stark is Spider-Man's dad, so he's going to have to appear in Spider-Man movies, which is interesting. But spoiler warning, if you've read the kind of set leak for Spider-Man 2, it implies that Tony Stark dies, which I do not believe, because they just wouldn't do that. You can kill Iron Man off, but you can't actually kill off Tony Stark himself. So Cine Europe next week, it falls on Wednesday, and UK time it's going to be 3:45, Spanish time 4:45. So I don't know if it's going to leak onto the internet what is said there, but it would reveal quite a lot. And also source said, if you were impressed by the leaked image, that there's some absolute crazy news dropping in the next 10 days that will make the internet go into a meltdown. And without revealing too much of Avengers 4, the only thing they can do is reveal the title. I mean, the movie's been out for well over 5-6 weeks now, and unless you've been living under a rock for the last 5 weeks, you should have really watched the movie. So this video is more of a speculation and informative video. So Kevin Feige revealed some pretty cool information last night, that he's just waiting for the phone call on the X-Men and Fantastic Four about whether they can join the MCU. But I wouldn't really expect that, because obviously Comcast are trying to come in. Obviously he also said to get Spider-Man involved with Civil War, it took 7 months of discussions with Sony. So just to get one character in, if you're going to try and bring the X-Men and Fantastic Four into any MCU kind of movie or franchise, it's going to take a very long time, and obviously they can't do that until they have the rights. So what is also interesting, he's asked a question about Avengers 4 and what's happening post that. Feige was asked about what's next. Avengers 4 with Feige stated that they are working on the following: continuing stories of characters you're familiar with, different incarnations of characters you know. So does this imply that Rowan is going to be the Hawkeye version in Avengers 4? We've already done a video about him becoming Rowan, because kind of information does imply that. Introducing completely new characters you've never heard of before, unless you are a comic book fan. I presume this is on about the Eternals and stuff like that. We already know that there are some plans for Phase 4, which include obviously Spider-Man Homecoming 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which films next January and will be released in 2020. An Eternals film has been rumours, but I'm pretty sure this is what they are referring to. And obviously Black Widow, I class her as part of the new Avengers, so to speak, because I believe she will survive in obviously Avengers 4 and will go forward. So at the moment, they're only the really kind of movies we know about, although they had said there's over 20 movies in the actual works. But there could be so many movies that they make, to be honest. Could be obviously another Doctor Strange movie, Black Panther, Moon Knight, Sentry, if obviously Winter Soldier turns into Captain America, obviously Bucky becoming the new Captain America, there'd be another one. So there's going to be a plethora of information coming out for the next couple of weeks, months, and obviously building up to Phase 4, just because they're not a Hall H. Some people do think it's kind of Marvel making out they're not going to be a Hall H, and then secretly they're going to make some Hall H announcement that bang, they're actually there. No, I think it's the case that they're not going to be there, but they will drop a Captain Marvel tease around Comic-Con, which is the end of next month, because the movie comes out early next year and they've got to start promoting it before they promote Avengers 4 realistically. As supposedly at this expo in Spain there will be some test footage of Captain Marvel for like the investors, the finances and the publications, but like the kind of Infinity War tease trailer that was shown at D23, I don't think it's going to be leaked online, but maybe the description will be leaked online. I'm going to try and do more informative videos like this because obviously now that Avengers Infinity War has been out for such a long time, theories are just getting ridiculous making theories. So I'm going to try and get back to doing more news-based stuff. So like always, guys, let me know what you think the Avengers 4 title is. What do you think these new characters that Kevin Feige is referring to? And like always, the competition is this: why is Thanos Thanos? Why is Thanos Thanos? So if you want to enter the competition, it runs through to the end of June and I'll pick a winner, obviously for the Black Panther Blu-ray giveaway or for Infinity War Blu-ray, but I don't think that comes out to a little bit longer. I think it comes out in August, but I'll finalise the details towards the end of that month and I'll pick 1 or 2 winners who I think gave a really cool answer. So stay tuned for more info on that later next month. Obviously the end of this month, now we're in June. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.